Hello, I'm back here again talking about some of the species that I have tattooed on me so far. Right now, to date, I have 79 individual sharks, and I also have 45 species and 13 teeth. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the species that I do have tattooed on me. A lot of them are personal, and then some of them are not. And I'm going to talk about one that is not personal to me because I've never seen it before. I would love to, but let's talk about this one right here. So this is tattooed right at the back left of me, and this is obviously the basking shark. The basking shark is the second largest living fish species and also largest living shark species. It can get up to 36 feet. Now that's quite large for them, but that still can get up there. They range from about 26 to 33 feet, give or take. But this is a filter feeder. Now there are over 540 living species of sharks, and there are only 3 that are filter feeders, and this is one of them. The basking shark is part of the mackerel shark order and also part of the Lamniformes family. I know I pronounced that not correctly, but so they also have the smallest brain and like weight by weight of any shark species. So that's one reason why they kind of just open their mouth and filter feed. And they look very kind of blasé, I should say. Talking about their filter feeding, that is basically their only real behavior. They do actually still have teeth. They have about 100 teeth in a row, and they use those teeth when they're juveniles or when they're babies or pups in the mom's womb to eat the unfertilized eggs, which is kind of a little weird, but that's still something that the basking sharks do. So basking sharks are filter feeders, like I said, and they use this ram feeding type of behavior where they just open their mouth like this and they skim along the surface of the water. They do that because they eat a lot of zooplankton, small fish, and invertebrates. So when they do that too, they also have extremely large gill slits, that range very high up into their back, all the way down past their gill or around their pectoral fins. They open their huge wide mouth and they're able to filter feed through their gill rakers. They are also a very highly migratory fish. They are found in all of the temperate waters, of all around the world. So they migrate all around, and they also follow their prey like all predators do. So even though they are filter fish, they still are predators. They also can be found going down as deep as 3,000 feet in the ocean. So the basking shark, being a highly migratory fish, also has very thick and rough skin. They have a really tough layer of placoid scales, and that is covered in a layer of mucus. Now, the mucus probably helps out with the efficiency of swimming, and they are very slow at their swimming speed. I mean, they still are pretty fast, but still pretty slow, especially when they have their mouths wide open. And I'm sure that mucus layer also helps with keeping the fish hydrated and also kind of keeping it with disease-free. Now, what's kind of amazing about the basking shark being such a large fish, the liver, which makes up of 25% of the total weight of the fish. That's enormous. And also is occupying the whole entire length of the abdominal cavity too. So that's a very, very large liver. Now, sharks use this liver for their buoyancy. Their liver is condensed with hugely highly nutrient rich, oils. And that's another reason why you have predators like the apex predator, the orcas. They like to eat a great white shark's liver because it's very much nutrient rich. Oils help with their buoyancy. Bony fish do not have a liver, they have a swim bladder. So it's a difference in cartilaginous fish, which is what sharks are, and then bony fish. So not very much is known about the lifespan of the basking shark, but we generalize and theorize about 50 years or so. Now that could change, and we could be completely wrong. They are supposedly able to reach sexual maturity to be able to reproduce when they are about 6 to 13 years, give or take, depending on whether it's female or male. And the gestation periods, which they think range between 1 year, a little over a year, all the way up to 3 years, because they know that mating season is early summer for them, and that also giving birth is late summer. So when they do that, it has to be a little bit over a year or over multiple years. They really don't know how many pups they actually have at birth, but they did catch one female basking shark at one time, and she was pregnant, and she actually had 6 pups in her womb. And unfortunately, due to a lot of different reasons, they are endangered. So this is the basking shark, and I do have this one tattooed right on my lower left back, as you can tell, along with a few teeth that are below, and then that lovely guy right there, which is the viper dogfish. We can talk about him if you'd like to next. He's a deep water shark and pretty weird and cool too. But that's the basking shark. Let me know if you guys want to know more about the species that I have tattooed on me, and I'll continue with the series. Have a great day.